day and welcome to our 25th and the very first virtual DSAP Annual Industry Awards. This year's celebration is all about taking the brave step and moving forward towards a greater tomorrow. We'll be spreading our wings to its full span and we will get ready to reach our goals like a strong flock soaring across the horizon. In a few minutes, we will begin the program, so please stand by. Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. Set your mind into manifesting a greater future and making the first step towards moving forward. Good afternoon, DSAP members. Our celebration is taking on a new platform this year as part of us moving forward. We will be flying high like birds, stunning, majestic, free, and higher than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, PJ Lanot, and welcome to our virtual DSAP's 25th Annual Industry Awards. Last year may be a challenge to our industry, but we are more powerful and greater than any adversity. We are here today proving that we can stand back on our feet, reset our visions and goals, spread our wings with a greater span, fly high, and move forward. Now, let us begin the program by listening to the man who serves as a visionary to our organization. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a virtual welcome to DSAP's chairman, Mr. Joey Sarmiento.
Good morning and welcome to the 25th Annual Direct Selling Awards, the Oscars of the direct selling industry. Let me start by sharing with you a beautiful quote from Henry Askins, who said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." I'm sure we all started 2020 with great plans and brimming with enthusiasm and high hopes. Some, I am sure, even had a blazing start before we were all suddenly stopped on our tracks by the pandemic. The proverbial rug was literally pulled under our feet. Usually, the DSAP Industry Awards is held every November to cap the celebration of the Direct Selling Month. However, the DSAP board decided that what better way to open a new year, preceded by one of the hardest years in recent history, but with a celebration of inspiration. And so today, we recognize the heroic stories of our distinguished members who, during this pandemic, served as examples of success and are living proof that all challenges, no matter how enormous, can be overcome. These awardees have demonstrated the characteristics that are vital in enabling more people to live better, more accomplished lives by championing the entrepreneurial spirit. These awardees have shown that when you do not allow the challenges to take over you, but instead find ways to adapt, to learn, and to innovate, you will get to a better place. Hard? Yes. But impossible? No. After all, we all have to move forward from the old normal to a new and better one. To all our awardees, congratulations. The direct selling industry is proud and grateful to all of you. 2020 was indeed a challenging year for the industry and the entire business community for that matter. It was nevertheless still a productive one for the association. Our communications committee regularly reached out to all the member companies to provide important and relevant updates and advisories related to the pandemic. With the increasing demand for home-based business opportunity, our External Affairs Committee was relentless in promoting the tagline for the public to be safe against pyramid scams. Para sure, dapat DSAP member. Our Internal Affairs Committee hosted 3 virtual general membership meeting events during the pandemic with powerful speakers touching on topics that are relevant to all of us, from how to use technology to how to strengthen our sales teams under the new normal, all of this providing much-needed inspiration in the midst of the crisis. Our membership committee approved 4 new association members during the year, with a few more applications waiting in the wings. Notwithstanding the pandemic, our association gave back to the community by way of a generous donation totaling almost 500,000 to our CSR partner for the year, Caritas Manila. Our Government Affairs Committee, together with the Education Committee, have continued with our ongoing projects with the Department of Trade and Industry in promoting legitimate direct selling through the DTI Negosyo Centers nationwide. In addition, our Government Affairs team conducted several info sessions with the DTI and guested in DTI's Teleradio program as part of our anti-pyramiding education campaign program. Later on, we will have the chance to listen to DTI Secretary Ramon Lopez, who has been such a great partner and supporter of the DSAP in our fight against pyramiding. And so, as we move forward in 2021 and beyond, may we always be reminded of the inspiring stories of today's awardees and all the other beautiful stories of the hardworking direct selling frontliners who made the most of the opportunities during the time of this unprecedented crisis. May these champions serve as our inspiration as we move forward to a better and brighter 2021. Thank you very much and enjoy our program this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joey Sarmiento. In ancient history, men had the quest of flying to reach the sky. Like the birds that soar great heights, men were able to find ways to fly and soar across the world. A scientific feat that was inspired by the bird's ability to fly. Today, flying is associated to success, triumph, and milestones, just like how DSAP has soared throughout the years. This year, we will once again prove that as an organization, we are formidable and unshakable. We will take flight and keep moving forward. Our first batch of awardees can be likened to a falcon whose vision is sharp and is always aiming for their target goals. Let us recognize the achievements of the people who had the highest combined personal and group sales volume in their respective companies and who have exuded a great amount of loyalty, cooperation, and support. Please note that the reckoning dates for the sales performance of the awardees are from July 2019 to June 2020. That's the reason they are the awardees of 2020. Our awardees will be introduced by their respective member companies. Let us begin by awarding with our DSAP 2020 Sales Achiever awardees.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In behalf of the management team of DXN Philippines, it is my honor to introduce the Sales Achiever of the Year, one of DXN Pride, Mr. and Mrs. Jonalyn and Marquin Lopez. Congratulations, and we're truly proud of you.
Congratulations to all our Sales Achiever awardees. May you continue to move forward towards greater heights. As we speak of great heights, let us draw inspiration from the people in the industry we look up to. Let us hear from the chairman of the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, or WFDSA, Roger Barnett.
My name is Roger Barnett, and I'm the chairman of the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, and I've also had the privilege of running Shackley Corporation for the last 16 years. I'd like to start by thanking Joey Sarmiento, the chairman of the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines, for hosting this annual awards event. And I'd like to thank all the members of the DSAP for their support and dedication to the association and to our industry. I understand the DSAP has been hosting this annual awards event for 25 years. That is a tremendous milestone and a testament to the value that you have provided to your member companies and to the industry as a whole. And to all of us who have a passion and a commitment to the direct selling industry and to the people who make it such an amazing business model. Congratulations to all of you. On behalf of the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, I'd also like to thank the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines for all the work that you do to help so many live better lives, and for your partnership with the WFDSA for so many years. We're also very grateful for the work that DSAP has done to contribute to the success of the WFDSA through initiatives such as the development of the APEC CEPI program, which is one of the most noted achievements that the WFDSA has done and would not have been possible without the leadership and dedication of the DSAP. Thank you very much. Now, I'm sure you all agree that it is a tremendous honor and privilege to be part of the direct selling industry, particularly during this pivotal moment in history. With the pandemic threatening the global health and income of hundreds of millions of people in virtually every country in the world, this is a time and a moment where our industry can truly serve people and society. Direct selling is one of the most proven and time-tested ways for people to earn supplemental income. And today, thanks to the advances of technology, it's increasingly possible to do so in a digital and flexible way. And so now is a moment for our industry to rise and shine, to expand our reach so that we can serve even more people. And it's a time that we can work together to reimagine, reinvent, and redefine the direct selling industry. First, reimagine. We live in a digital world, and we have to reimagine what it is like to build a direct selling business in a digital world. More than 1 out of every 4 human beings on our entire planet are connected through some sort of social media platform. And in every country, the percentage of retail sales that are made through e-commerce is growing. And there are billions of people who have a mobile phone providing instant access to information right in their hands. The direct selling industry, we have the ability to deploy these digital technologies in a way that it significantly enhances and expands our earnings opportunities for all of our representatives. But we also need to continue to create community and connection in both a digital and a physical way. And reimagining how we create community in a digital world is both an important and exciting challenge and a great opportunity as we look forward. And just as those companies whose employees are working remotely must solve this issue, it's even more fundamental for our industry to do so. And when we do, we'll provide even greater connection and support for the millions of people around the world who participate in our industry. I also think that we have an opportunity to reinvent the definition of who is a direct seller. Entirely new global industries have been created in the last 10 years as a result of the technology behind the cell phone and the need for hundreds of millions of people to earn a flexible part-time income. It's called the gig economy in the United States, and these are market players for buyers and sellers of services. And they've cropped up in virtually every free market economy in the world. And these industries have created clear and simple propositions of connecting specific actions with compensation. And by expanding and redefining and reinventing who is a direct seller and how they get rewarded, we can expand the scope of our industry and include more people in our future to help them have a better future. And finally, I think we have to redefine our industry and what contributions we can make to the societies in which we operate. We know that the reputation of our industry is the single greatest opportunity and constraint in expanding around the world. And I believe that if we redefine and reconnect all the incredible benefits that we provide people for having a better life, for providing for themselves and their families, and for contributing to the overall stability of the societies and countries in which we operate, that our industry will rise to the top of choices and options for people. And lastly, I want to congratulate all the people who are earning and being recognized for achieving rewards tonight and earning an award. These categories are so important because you are coaching, mentoring, leadering, inspiring people to strive and achieve more in their lives. And you are representing your companies at the highest level. And we are so grateful that you have chosen our industry to be a part of. So I want to thank you again to the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines and to all the member companies that are represented here. We value and appreciate all that you do to help so many live a better life. Congratulations on your efforts and what I know will be an amazingly successful event. Thank you again and have a great day.
That was a very inspirational message. Thank you very much, Roger Barnett. As we take flight together towards our destination, let us always keep in mind that we are guided by the principles of DSAP. We take inspiration from people who lift us up and lead us to the right path. Let us please welcome a staunch partner of the DSAP on anti-pyramiding and legitimate entrepreneurship, Secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry, Ramon M. Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you to the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines, Dsap, for inviting us to take part in your 25th Industry Awards. As one of the steadfast partners of the Department of Trade and Industry, Dsap has always been a strong advocate of promoting an entrepreneurial mindset among Filipinos through direct selling. Thank you sa ating partner, Joey Sarmiento, and the Dsap leadership for always partnering with the Department of Trade and Industry. Amin pong sinusuportahan ang mga pagsisikap ng Dsap at ng direct selling industry sa pagbibigay ng flexible income opportunity sa mga Filipino at sa kanilang mga pamilya. Sa resulta ng nagdaang COVID-19 pandemic sa nakaraang taon, ang inyong advokasya para suportahan ang micro-SME ay napakahalaga sa pagtulong sa muling pagbangon ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa. According to Euromonitor, direct selling in the Philippines has been growing continuously since 2013, such that almost $1.5 billion of the global direct selling industry's retail sales were generated in our country in 2019, an increase from almost $1.4 billion in 2018. That's why DTI recognizes direct selling as a fast-growing business model in the country. It is part of our DTI 7Ms of Successful Entrepreneurship Framework. Nandyan po ang mindset change, mastery, mentoring, money, machine, market access, and models of negosyo. Kasama po sa models of negosyo ang direct selling that would guide our micro SMEs into becoming smarter, successful entrepreneurs. With direct selling as part of the different models of negosyo, we give our aspiring entrepreneurs a choice to help jumpstart their entrepreneurial journey. That's also why DTI signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Dsap in 2018 to protect entrepreneurs from direct selling scams, as well as educate the general public regarding legitimate direct selling models. To this end, in partnership with Dsap, we've included direct selling models as among the business opportunities being promoted in our 1,159 negosyo centers nationwide. DTI has also conducted webinars to inform the public about direct selling to complement Dsap's capacity building efforts. We are glad that through direct selling, our people continue to have the opportunity to earn an income for themselves this year, despite the economic challenges wrought by the pandemic. What's more, we are confident that this year will be better for business, and thanks to the emerging signs of our economy's recovery. While our GDP for 2020 was at minus 9.5%, there is continued improvement in the different quarters for 2020, from negative 16.5% in the second quarter of last year to minus 11.5% in the third quarter and negative 8.3% in the fourth quarter. The quarter-on-quarter growth is also evident. Our GDP grew by 8% from second to third quarter and by 5.6% from third to fourth quarter. We've also lowered the unemployment rate to 8.7% in October 2020 from a record high of 17.7% in April. That translates to close to 4 million people who have gotten back their jobs in a 6-month period from April to October 2020. Huwag po natin kalimutan na ang Pilipinas po ay yung second fastest growing economy prior to the pandemic. And all these signs of recovery is a proof that we are really emerging from the pandemic and recovering fast when it comes to economic growth. These indicate that our calibrated and safe reopening of the economy is working. More so that even as we were reopening, the number of COVID cases has consistently declined during that period of this gradual reopening. COVID cases went down from an average of 4,000 a day in July to 2,000 a day in December, and we are now even seeing less than 2,000 cases a day. Moreover, the whole of government approach to implement last year our Rebuild PH strategy, and by the way, Rebuild stands for revitalizing businesses, investments, livelihoods, and domestic demand. And this is really helping boost our economic recovery. Nananatili rin pong nakatuon ng DTI sa pagtulong sa ating mga micro-SME sa panahon ng pandemya. Kung kaya't nagpatupad po kami ng maraming patakaran, programa at proyekto para ma-re-stimulate ang economic activities. Halimbawa po, may inisyatibo kami na sumusuporta sa pag-transition ng ating micro-SME sa digital market para sila po ay makapag-innovate at makinabang sa booming e-commerce industry sa ating bansa. Also, through Bayanihan 1 and 2, several government agencies and financial institutions are providing the needed support to micro-SMEs. From the DTI and Small Business Corporation, we are implementing a microfinancing program called CARES. CARES stands for COVID-19 Assistance to Restart Enterprises. These are collateral-free and interest-free loans with 6-month to 1-year grace period for micro SMEs with at least 1-year track record. This program has already lent 2.2 billion pesos to more than 20,000 borrowers and still growing. All these efforts would support our micro SMEs to continue their operations, to keep jobs and employment, which would ensure income for our people that will re-stimulate domestic demand and economic recovery. The importance of keeping our micro SMEs afloat during the pandemic cannot be understated, given that they serve as our country's economic backbone. There are also pending amendments to current legislations, as well as proposed legislation that would support the industry in the post-pandemic era. For example, the revised Consumer Act of the Philippines would provide a clear definition of pseudo-investments like pyramid sales and Ponzi schemes, which would dissociate such acts from the direct selling industry. We also seek to amend the Retail Trade Liberalization Act, which would attract foreign investments to the retail trade industry, leading to more opportunities for the direct selling industry because of the additional product entrants. Under the proposed Internet Transaction Act, individuals who would engage in direct selling online can gain protection while achieving wider market access with minimal startup requirements. Likewise, the Online Small Enterprise Support Services Act of 2020 can benefit direct sellers looking to or conducting their businesses online. Lastly, the new and game-changing Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises, or more popularly known as CREATE Act, can help the industry with its immediate reduction in the corporate income tax, which would make them more profitable. For 2021, we would like to note the possible opportunities for the direct selling industry. Because of the community lockdowns, many of us were homebound and forced to go online for purchases and even for work. As we've mentioned earlier, e-commerce in the country has been booming in the past year, as well as online and delivery services. What does this mean? 1. Direct sellers can now reach online many Filipinos who are accepting of e-commerce. 2. There are also many Filipinos online who are seeking part-time income opportunities because of lost jobs and employment. 3. Direct sellers doing business can rely on online and delivery services while staying safe at home. We would also like to point out the current advances of fintech in the country that will help secure e-commerce transactions. What's more, our young and growing population is used to the gig economy and are more open to seeking part-time income opportunities in direct selling. Before we end, we would like to thank the continued support of the Dsap members who have graciously offered their time to mentor our micro SMEs through our programs like Kapatid Mentor Me and Mentor Me on Wheels, and now also Mentor Me online. Through your mentorship, our entrepreneurs are educated and empowered, especially against unlawful schemes that would take advantage of them. Maraming salamat po. On behalf of DTI, we congratulate the awardees of the 25th Industry Awards. To the awardees, may you use the highest standards and ethics of your practice and inspire more Filipinos to venture into entrepreneurship. As we move forward in 2021, and work towards our shared aspiration for sustainable and inclusive growth, we are confident that we can build back better in the post-pandemic era. But as we do so, let us create a better normal, where our countrymen are empowered by income opportunities that would give them a more productive and a higher quality of life, as promised by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Sa inyo pong lahat, maraming salamat po, at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, DTI Secretary Ramon Lopez. In recognition of its commitment and contribution as a valued member, the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines presents this 10-year membership award to DXN International Private Limited. Congratulations to our 10-year loyalty awardees. A decade of service is remarkable indeed. Congratulations to all our awardees. Today is indeed a special day for all of us to be reminded that every small step counts into moving forward towards a greater future. DSAP, this year's virtual annual industry awards would not be possible without the effort and dedication of our hardworking Internal Affairs Committee, who, despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic, still selflessly gave us their time, effort, and dedication in making this event possible. Kudos also to all the participating members of DSAP. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our program. May this year be a great year for all of us in the industry. Let us manifest a greater future as we all move forward towards 2021. Have a great year ahead. DSAP, I am PJ Lanot, your host.